What's up, everybody? I'm Chase Lee reporting for DallasMoviescreenings.com, and I got another movie to review for you guys, and that would be The Florida Project. Now, the only thing I knew about this movie going in was that it had Willem Dafoe in it. I always like watching him, and it was being distributed by A24, which over the past like 3 or 4 years, this company has just been putting some of the best movies I've ever seen on their catalog so far, and it's just absolutely impressive. Last year, they won Best Picture with Moonlight, so can they keep the trend going this year? Well, I can tell you, The Florida Project is my favorite A24 movie of the year so far. So let's get real and break this down. Now, The Florida Project centers around a young girl named Moonee and her mom. They live in a motel along with other kids and parents and whatnot. Willem Dafoe is the manager, and we kind of just see their day in and day out type of lifestyle that's in this kind of like dirty motel, which is also very colorful, ironically. That's just around the corner from Disney World, so it's not really paid attention to in the community. It's just considered a dump by many people. So that's basically what the movie is about. We focus on the main character, Moonee, and her mom, and of course other moms and children as well. So let's start with the positives. Sean Baker, who is the director, co-writer, and editor of this film, I think what he does very well is capture the child kind of imagination and just childhood in general with these children living in this situation. They had no choice. Their parents either choose to be there or they don't want to do anything about it, and they bring their kids along. These kids have no choice, but they make the best of it by finding humor throughout the day, where they find, they'll find sadness, they'll find confusion, like everything that happens within this motel, these kids experience, and they make the most of it considering their situation. I think Sean Baker really kind of emphasizes that in the movie. It has this like gritty reality to it, to where, yes, what we're watching is reality, but it has like this extra grit to it, where you can sink your teeth into these characters because they don't feel like characters. They feel like real people. You're watching real life scenarios kind of unfold in front of you, and it's just absolutely wonderful. When you talk about focusing on kid actors, they are some of the hardest performances to pull off, and Sean Baker does that. Brooklyn Prince, who plays Moonee, the main character, she is absolutely delightful. She is annoying in the beginning of the movie, then she's likable, and then you feel bad for her. You want her to get out of the situation. Then she's confused. Then she's just sad and distraught, and she goes through the gamut of what children go through with emotion. It's random for them. They have no comprehension of life and how it works. They are just wandering free, in life, and when stuff hits them, they don't know how to react, and their emotions kind of take them over as if they have no control. And I thought Sean Baker really delivered that by getting one of the best performances of the year out of Brooklyn Prince as the main child actor. All the other children are really great as well. They act like children, they behave like children, they talk like children, so I really did appreciate that. The parents of all the children that are featured in this film are very just well done. Like, it kind of just blows my mind that not only did Sean Baker get authentic child performances, but he got authentic kind of like borderline adult performances, but they also act like children as well, which is pretty funny considering. So I thought the parents were absolutely astounding, especially Moonee's mom. First of all, she looked like Elizabeth Moss. I was a little confused at first. Elizabeth Moss, you in this? No, she is terrifying. She is sweet. She is motherly. She just does what she needs to do to get by with her and her daughter. But she's just a terrible parent in the end. And it's like, I just feel bad for Moonee, and it's like that's where the confusion and the frustration and the anger comes from. It's just so well done. Willem Dafoe is also good. He plays kind of like this overlooking fatherly figure, since most of the children in this film don't have father figures, which I thought was a nice touch. He's kind of there to protect them, especially in one scene, which was kind of weird and creepy, but he was there and he did his job. Going on to the cinematography now. The cinematography is gorgeous. Not only is it colorful and vibrant, which is a great contrast to the the devastation and horror that these parents are going through just to struggle to survive. But it also has like this dreamlike kind of free-roaming cinematography that follows these children around, where you capture the innocence of children, just how free they are in life. But then the cinematography will change, and whenever there's something serious happening with an adult and their child, or a child is witnessing something, it will go to a stable shot, or it will go to a handheld shot, as if it's disrupting the ever dream-loving form that these children are experiencing. So I thought that was a cool contrast to the kind of like cinematography of the children, which was kind of more free-roaming, versus the adults, where it was very hard edge, shaky cam, steady shots, and really kind of disruptive on the children's lives. So once again, very smart. Another thing I really enjoyed about the direction and the writing, I forgot to mention, is first of all, the writing is really wonderful. The characters are rich, they're fully realized, and they feel like real people. You can sink your teeth into these people as you're watching it, and you don't even feel like they're fictional characters. So hats off to you for making me believe that I was watching real life people going through this situation. And another thing I forgot to bring up in the direction is that Sean Baker had this really interesting allegory of having their characters set in these kind of like really crappy motels just on the outskirts of like Disney World. And I thought that was a cool allegory, because I took it as these people always struggle to get their American dream. They're just that close. Everyone's always that close to getting their American dream, but they will never ever reach it through struggles of financial problems, emotional problems. I thought that was absolutely genius. And also Disney World plays a part of it, somewhere else in the movie. I will not say where, but I thought that was a nice revelation as well, considering what the child was going through. Another great thing was the music. The music was very sweet and angelic in some parts, during the children's scenes, or, very upbeat and light during the humor scenes, but then it could get like very dastardly and dark during the kind of more intense emotional scenes. So I will give the music props on that. It was really well done. The editing of the film is a pro and a con, but the pro of it is that I was never ever bored. I found myself enjoying watching these people's lives, just seeing what they go through on a day-to-day basis in order to survive, and just seeing their personalities clash, or see the children act with one another, or the adults act with I loved watching all of it. But here's where a couple of the cons come in. It doesn't affect my grade, but they do need to be mentioned. This is not a perfect film. I do think it's a bit too long. It is an hour and 55 minutes, and Sean Baker is the editor. He's also the director. Sean Baker, you should have hired an editor. If you would have chopped down at least 10 to 15 minutes, I think you would have had this a perfect film. But since it is a little too long, it does kind of meander sometimes. Because like I said, the plot of the film is to watch these parents survive and take care of their children, and watch the children play around the motel. That's the actual plot. But there are some scenes where it felt, like they could have expanded on that a little bit more, or taken it out completely, because it just feels like it tried to meander and kind of pad the movie just a little bit in order to stretch it out longer than it actually should have been. Going into that, Caleb Landry Jones. What is up with this guy's agent? This is the second movie this year. That's right, I did the Devil Horns. I don't know why. Second movie this year to where he was either misplaced or his character was just so underused. The first one being American Made. This one, he does the same thing. He's in 2 scenes. If you're going to have him as a character, please be in more. Or have a nice balance or something. It just felt like it was just an intrusive character that just like kind of halted the movie, just like he did in American Made. And it's like, Caleb Landry Jones is a talented individual. Why are we doing this to him? And so I understand why he was there. But at the same time, it's like you establish like this emotional weight to this character involving another character, yet we only get 2 scenes. We should have seen more. And I know that's not the focus, but this movie has a lot of characters in it to where, I wouldn't mind seeing a nice balance between everyone. That'd be cool. I mean, I like what we got, but when you see characters like Caleb Landry Jones's character, it's like, you could have been cut out, and that's where the 10 or 15 minutes could have been shaved off. So guys, overall, I think this is a wonderful film about childhood, being stuck in a situation and making the most of it, and really capturing the essence of what a child would go through in this scenario, and setting it in Florida, making it this tropical paradise with this colorful building when we know deep down inside this building has got a lot of problems dealing with the parents and how they view the world and how the children view the world. So I'm going to give The Florida Project, it's my third one this year, I'm going to give it an A+. So what did you guys think of The Florida Project, or have you even heard of it? Comment a place rub my face and let me know. And as always, guys, I'm Chase Lee, reporting for DallasMovieScreens.com, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.